Hello guys, back for another video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you are notified when we upload. Also, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Now, if you guys have not checked out that interview with Kenyamoore on the Carlos King YouTube page, go ahead and check that out. So Kenyamoore had the opportunity to sit down with Carlos King, being the number two face-to-face interview, being that Nene Leakes was number one. So she did sit down with Carlos King, and she had some interesting things to say. And I have to tell you guys, I did not know that she felt disrespected and unappreciated with regards to the network. And when I say network, I am talking about Bravo. Kenya said a lot of things in her interview, which at times made me a little bit speechless. Well, for the sake of this video, we're going to be talking about her displeasure and just not feeling appreciated. We also have not saw Kenya. This is the very first time she sat down with Carlos King. And we know with that Real Housewives of Atlanta cast, there definitely needs to be some shaking up. They need to get rid of some people and they need to add some people. And Kenya and Candy being two of the ones that one needs to go or both need to go. So is Kenya sitting down with Carlos King because she is leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta? I've just never saw a housewife sit down while they're on the show and display how unhappy they are. As you guys know, with everything that's going on in the press, Nene Leakes has filed a lawsuit. Then we also have some other ladies that are filing similar claims against the network. Now we have the opportunity to see Kenyamoore basically express how she's unhappy with the network, and she's going to talk about a lot of things in this recording. So guys, let's get into this and then we'll come back for commentary.
Now, I don't think you get the flowers you deserve. I think you are the most unappreciated housewife. I think when it comes to you, you don't get the treatment you deserve. It makes my stomach turn every time I watch a reunion and you're not in the first seat.
Yeah.
It makes my stomach turn.
Yours and mine both.
Okay. Well, let's talk about it.
I had this conversation with them before because I was bringing up, I just remember this seating or whatever. I don't remember. Oh, it was that year that people couldn't understand the seating. I think it was last year. And yeah. I was like, you would never move Nene's seat. And don't tell me it's about story.
It's not.
Because at the end,
it's not.
It's not. It's not about story, okay? It's about who are the leads of the show, okay? That's why Giselle, and I love Giselle. I love Giselle.
Giselle's a star.
Giselle is a star of Potomac.
Giselle's the face of Potomac.
Well, now Karen, they put her in the middle. But I didn't like that.
I didn't like it. And I love Karen.
Yeah, I love Karen too. But Giselle is that girl.
Giselle is the face and the star of Potomac. I love Karen, Wendy,
I love
Candace. I love them all.
Yes. But Giselle is that girl.
Okay.
And I remember calling, I will call, because it's the same production company. I remember calling an executive and saying, why isn't Giselle in the middle? Well, I don't understand with their, what is it, their wine, champagne?
Their champagne.
Yeah.
Champagne.
Why isn't she in the middle? Like, this is ridiculous. And then when it comes to reunion seating, it is, a lot of people think it's about story. It should not be about story. I don't care how, at the end, Nene did not have story for 3 seasons.
You tried this, bitch.
She did. You ain't see her family. You ain't see her man half the time. You ain't see nothing, but Nene would come and show you her shoes. She would come and model her shoes and sit in the corner and be mad at everybody. And they would never move Nene's seat. Okay? That is a fact. And I feel so disrespected, knowing what I have put into this franchise, what I have sacrificed, what I have been on this show. You should never move my seat. Never. Candy can sit on the end. She don't care. Her paycheck's not gonna change.
What I can confirm is, it's not about story.
It's not about story.
It's about, and listen, it is what it is. The first seat is about who's the star of the season, the star of the show, who's the face of the show. Is the reason why Giselle, Teresa Giudice, Kyle Richards, Nene Leakes, Kim Zolciak, okay, Bethany Frankel. Let's have a conversation about it.
They never always had the most story. Never. I feel like I'm akin to Kyle. Like Kyle in some way. Like Kyle, I've always had great story. This year, not so much. You know? Not so much.
Okay, guys, back. I want to pull this all together because it's a lot of information. So in this pretty much recording, Kenya just talks about being underappreciated as a housewife. She talks about basically not really liking her seating with regards to the reunion shows. And also she compares herself to Nene Leakes, who is not on the show anymore, and who she later states in the interview basically that the house that Nene built was foreclosed on, which is very interesting. Kenya stated for 3 seasons that Nene Leakes didn't have a storyline, and what she's stating is it's not about story. As we all know, Kenya really doesn't have a storyline. Her number one claim to fame is really getting into it with the ladies. So that is why she's saying that it doesn't matter about a storyline. But what she's doing is comparing herself to Nene Leakes, basically saying Nene did not have a storyline for 3 seasons, which I can't confirm or deny that. I don't know. So she's basically saying she's very unhappy with the network. Okay. So let's get into this next recording in which she talks about being disrespected, and we're going to bring it all back together.
But at the same time, Nene has had seasons where she was not, like I said, she was not giving you great story. But that does not mean that she was not still the star of that show. And I really took umbrage to that and still do, because I think it's a mistake. And
Do you think it's a message to you?
If that's the case, then every season they do that is a message to me. I mean, the message is maybe, like you said, I don't feel that my time on this show has been as valued as it should have been, as it should be. Where are my spinoffs? When I was at the height of my time on this show, and I wanted a spinoff with my child having a baby, and I was denied that. And you know why? That should have never happened. Because the show should come first. The show should always come first. And I cannot say that the show is coming first now.
Were you punished because you got married to Mark Daly off camera?
Of course. Is that a secret? I mean, is that a secret? Of course. Yeah, they didn't like that. And listen, I understand both sides. I'm a smart girl. I understand both sides. We have invested all this time in you. Your storyline from the beginning is that you wanted to be married and you wanted to have a baby. But when I tell you on my side, well, I can't have a husband by bringing him on this show, because we all see how that turns out season after season. If I bring a man on this show, it's like the kiss of death. It's not going to work for whatever reason. And now you're seeing that every marriages are failing. Marriages are failing. I'm trying to get married. And if I have all of these distractions, all of these girls and all of these things being said, and people, constantly putting all this negative attention, people going in. I remember
Okay, guys. So let's get into that last part. As you guys saw in the first part, obviously she says that she is not happy. Kenya is talking about being denied a spinoff which would have featured her daughter and basically motherhood. She also spoke about being punished by the network, and she alludes to feeling as if she was punished because if you guys followed the show, she did get married, but it was off the show. So I think she's feeling like that was a punishment with regards to basically not filming her marriage and basically running off, getting married, and not informing the show. She talks about pretty much just overall not feeling very pleased with the network and feeling disrespected, which again ties to my last point. We really never see the reality stars come out and express how displeased they are with the network when they are a current cast member. So, my question for you guys, do you think that this is a final season for Kenya? Or do you think we will get her back next season? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.